Okay, so one question that I get asked a lot is kind of like what I do with my face, like for every day, but I'm in a wedding or when we go out, how can I take that up a notch? So what I'm going to show you today are some things that Saint has that you could add to any of your makeup routine to take it up a notch. So like that I'm in a wedding look or I'm going out look, that kind of thing. So here is a quick little palette. If you buy all of these things, you'll get this container for free for it. It's magnetic, and any of these things could be switched out for something else, okay? So I'm gonna show you how to do a smoky eye, how to add a little color into your face, and make it a little shiny. Give yourself that sun-kissed look. So let's do it. The first thing I have here is a lip and cheek color called Royal. Royal is a great like fall and winter transition color. So I'm just gonna use this end of my blush and bronzer brush, and I'm just gonna dab a little bit. When I'm putting on my lip and cheek colors, I'm gonna start back here and work my way forward, but I'm going to avoid the apple of my cheeks because I don't need any more attention brought to the apple of my cheeks. So all I'm doing is like, this is what my makeup looks like when I got home from work. And I'm just adding to it, taking it up a notch for that night out. Or if you are in a wedding, you could do your basic makeup and then add this over the top, okay? So there is my cheek color, and I can also use this on my lips. Royal is a really pretty, kind of subtle, but still shows color. Color that is also glossy. So on your lips, it looks really pretty in pictures because it's got that little bit of shimmer, okay? If you also like a little more shimmer on your lips, you can always take your illuminator and put a little right in the middle where the sun hits like that. Do you notice how much more now it looks like it's shiny? So some people like to add a little illuminator to the middle of their lips, and you totally could do that. If you want to make your lips look like they have a little more dimension, you could use the bronzer in here and just draw a really thin line of it right underneath your lip color. And now all of a sudden it looks like you have a shadow there and your lips kind of pop. And then for the top of your lip, you can do a little tiny bit of that illuminator, and it'll make your top of your lip pop a little more too. So picking a good lip color, add a little illuminator, and you can outline the bottom with this bronzer color I put here, or if you have a contour color, that's actually better. But just with this palette, I'm using the bronzer. And then on the top of my lip, I put just a tiny, tiny bit of illuminator on top of there to help the top of my lip kind of look more plump. So if you're, wanting your lips to stand out, this is a great way to do it, okay? So I did my cheek color. I did it, you saw with this end, and then I kind of flipped my brush around and just evened it out a little bit. If you don't want it to blend in that much and you want it to stand out more, just don't do the big loose end of the brush. It's almost like, not an eraser, but kind of like it just evens it out that much more. So the next thing I have on here is bronzer. This one's called Bella Bronzer. For Bella Bronzer, you're gonna use the loose end of your brush. You're just gonna dab it in there a couple of times. You don't need very much. And then right above your eyebrow, you're gonna go in circles until it's evened out. And then you're gonna do the same thing with circles on the other side. And basically what you're trying to do is make it so that those circles kind of come together, but you're left with a little bit of lightness here because, again, where the sun would hit us, or the light would hit us, we want that to look lighter. We're trying to bring the attention towards the center of our face. With that bronzer color, you can also go down the side of your face and onto that lip and cheek color. Wherever you would be sun-kissed is where you can put your bronzer. Okay, so just like that. That's my bronzer. My face and my chest are usually more tan, and then my neck is really white, especially in the summer. In the fall, sometimes everything is really light. And so what I like to do is just take my bronzer and just apply a little bit of it to my neck. And then if I have my chest showing like this, I like to apply a little bit of it to my chest just to help even out my skin tone, so that from my face to my neck to my chest, everything is kind of one tone. So that's the bronzer. Then I have my illuminator, which we already used on our lips a little bit, but we're also going to use this right above our cheekbone, and it does not take a lot of this. So I'm just going to use my finger, get a tiny bit. I'm going to draw a line right where that sun would hit my cheek. Then I'm going to just use my brush and even it out, kind of spread it out a little bit. Okay, yes, not very much. If I want to just use my brush like that, I can just do that and ride the top of my cheekbone is where that's going. Just trying to even those out. Another place that illuminator looks really good on people would be right underneath your eyebrow line. So you can put that on and even that out also. So again, just bringing light towards our eyes is all we're trying to do here. Okay, the last two things I have here are two eye colors that you could add to whatever you already use to give yourself a smoky eye. These two plus this illuminator is called Glamazing. That's one I used here and here. But this one is one of our powder illuminators. So it doesn't take a lot because it's super pigmented, super glittery and shiny. However, you can also use it as an eyeshadow. So I put that in here with these two so that I can just have two eyeshadow colors and still use my illuminator in another way. So to give myself a smoky eye, I'm going to just get a couple dabs of this dark blackish color. It will go a long way. I don't need a lot of it. It's called Junior Prom. It's a little sparkly and also kind of gray. So I'm going to put this in the corner of my eyes and then along my eyelash line about halfway. So along here and in the corner of my eyes is where I am applying Junior Prom. And then I'm also going to take it up to my crease and just above my crease. This is, again, a smoky eye. So this is darker than my normal everyday look, but it takes it up a notch. So crease and then a little bit above. Looks kind of scary right now. No need to be, okay? Now this next color would be a color that if you had like a teal dress for a wedding, this next color would be gorgeous if you threw your color of your dress on. So we have a lot of colors of eyeshadow. I'm going to use like a purpley color. But if you wanted to try using like, I sometimes will do it with, we have one called Baja, that teal color right here. That one's really pretty. It's also, I think, would be pretty with, this one's called Ginger, or Bright Eyes, I think is a second color, would be really pretty. But since I'm just going for the smoky eye look, I'm going to use like a purplish color, purple grayish color, that is also metallic. It's called Gigi. So for this one, I'm just going to use my brush. I'm going to fill it in the middle of my eye, kind of blending it into that first darker color at the same time. So at this point, I have those two colors right here. Okay, and then I'm going to go to Glamazing, which is that illuminator color. And now I'm going to use this as my brightest color. I'm going to start on the inside corner of my eyes, pull it out towards the other two. Then I'm going to work it up here, just kind of really blending everything together as I do this. And then I'm going to use the illuminator into the corner of my eyes and a little bit underneath to help my eyes look brighter. And there you have only a 3-color smoky eye that I think is really pretty. You could, like I said, swap out that color for something else. And you can apply your mascara again just to make your eye, your eyelashes a little longer, a little more like they're gonna pop your eyes when they are longer and prettier. And here we go. We're just about done. So this is something that I do in like 2 minutes. I come home from work, throw this on, and I'm ready to go out. It's not something that normally takes me 10 minutes. It's just that talking through it makes it take a little bit longer. So I hope that you enjoy this video, and if you need help picking out any colors that would be great for you or for a wedding or anything like that, please let me know.